Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to check today's video out and spend some time with me. And we are going to be talking about red-headed lures, guys, today. Baits that have red heads on them, or it could be like a slip sinker or a shaky head. But there's times that a red head will attract bites when you can't get them on other colors. So we're going to talk about those conditions in today's episode. Also, guys, just a quick invitation. I'd like to invite everybody, if you hadn't had a chance, to please hit that subscribe button here to The Fishing Teacher. We're really working hard to try to get to 20,000 subscribers. We got about 18,000 right now. That'd be much appreciated. And also, anyone interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, just go to my Facebook page, Randy Blaukat Professional Angler, shoot me a private message, and I'll get you all the info for that. So really appreciate it. Okay, guys, I am a big fan of red heads under certain conditions. Now, a lot of it is like, like you'll see red heads sometimes on spinner baits or jigs or chatter baits, shaky heads, any type of a bait that actually has a head on it. A red-headed lure is something a little bit different than what normal, baits have, because a lot of lures, like a spinner bait or something, they'll have head colors that sort of match the color of the skirt. Like, see, this one here is like a pearl skirt with just like a whitest head, and then you got a white and chartreuse head sort of matching the white and chartreuse. That's sort of the trend a little bit, and that's okay. But I tell you what, it's like I've been just painting my own heads red a lot with fingernail polish. That's one of the things I do, like I've done with the spinner bait here. This was a white head, and I just painted it with red fingernail polish. And I don't know what it is about it, guys, but I don't know if it's a confidence thing or if it's a deal where there's actually something to it. I feel there's something to it, but under the right set of circumstances, I really like a red head. So we're going to go into that, as far as today's video, the conditions with it. Now, there's two different scenarios when I have found that red heads work the best. And it's sort of a paradox a little bit, because one of them is for clear water and one of them is for dirty water. When I'm fishing clear water, like water visibility of over 4 feet, and if I'm fishing like a shaky head or like a little Texas rig worm or even a Ned rig, I always paint my head red. Guys, that's one of the sort of the secrets I've got with my shaky heads is I paint every one of them red head on a shaky head. I don't care if I'm using a green pumpkin worm or black worm or whatever. Red head on my shaky head, red head on my Ned rigs. And in clear water, there's something about that, you get a lot of bites. It's like, I have experimented using like green pumpkin heads, black heads, watermelon heads, even heads that where the paint chips off, where it's just the lead head. But I have noticed an increase in the amount of bites I get with a red head in clear water on those small finessey baits like the Ned rig and the shaky head. Something about it's just a strike attractor, because you figure, like, if that shaky head's on the bottom like this and that bass is down nosing on it a little bit and he's examining that shaky head a little bit, I don't know what it is about it. The fact that the red's there sometimes I think can trigger the strike. Now, on the opposite end of it, when I'm fishing dirty water, I'll go to a red head, like on my spinner bait and chatter bait, and sometime on my jigs I'll paint a red head when the water visibility is like less than a foot or half or so. And there's something about using a red head in correlation with a white or chartreuse skirt on a spinner bait or a chatter bait that seems like it gets a lot of bites. Also with a buzz bait. Again, could be a confidence thing, whatever, but I don't go to, it's really weird because I don't go to a red head in clear water when I'm fishing like a spinner bait, because a lot of times I'll like to rip a spinner bait, and when I'm ripping a spinner bait in clear water, I like a head that matches the skirt. This is just something from It's just something from my own experience. I don't have any facts or data to back this up, or even, talking to other anglers. This is just something that I have seen in my own personal fishing that does make a difference. So another thing with that is time of the year. I have noticed when you're using a spinner bait, a jig, or a chatter bait in the pre-spawn time of the year, it seems like red works really, really well. But with the shaky head and the Ned rig, it's just, it's a 12-month out of the year deal. But just a quick video, guys. I just wanted to encourage everybody. Best thing you can do is go down and get you a couple, bottles of red fingernail polish, and you don't even have to take the paint off the old head. Just paint right over it. Try to put 2 coats on it. It's really hard. It's pretty durable, and gives you a lot of confidence. So if I could give you one piece of advice, because we are in shaky head season right now. I mean, April is probably the best shaky head month. take your shaky heads and paint them all red, and sort of do an experiment with yourself. Green pumpkin, black versus red, and it's a no-brainer for me. I go with red every single time with that. But anyway, just a quick little tip there. Wanted to pass that along and hope it helps you guys get a few more bites, and we'll talk later.